All right, howdy. This is going to be a basic training video for my group. It's going to be a little bit rough and we've got some snow, so let's give her a go. Start off, we almost always do a little bit of basic strikes for the weapon that we're using. So we're going to start with the sword. Now, we call this the sevens. It is a downward strike with a strong edge to the upper arm. Downward strike with the strong edge to the other upper arm. Strong edge to the side. Strong edge to the side. Strong edge up to the thigh. Strong edge up to the thigh. And then vertical, up and down, stab. We'll move to the axe. Which is very similar in a lot of ways. That's what we call the basic strike. Strong edge to the upper arm, strong edge to the upper arm, strong edge to the side, strong edge to the side, strong edge to the thigh, strong edge to the thigh. But here's the other kicker, is this is supposed to be around the shield, punch to the stomach. We move on to my personal favorite weapon, the spear. Let's just switch over to here so that you guys can see me better. You can do either side, but mainly the strikes are downward strike to the stomach, downward strike to the thigh, downward strike to the thigh, then straightforward strike to the groinal area. So again, strike to the stomach, strike to the thigh, strike to the stomach. All right. Now we're going to get into some of the basic way in which you use the shield in Viking combat. Okay? So, one, you'll notice we don't have any straps keeping our arms in. Reason for this is because you could do multiple things without a strap that you can't with a strap, and archaeologically, there haven't been any straps found. One, you can rotate it, and two, you can flip it. Now, a lot of people see this as a negative towards the ability to control your shield, but it's actually quite efficient for one simple reason. When you are practicing your sevens, you should be able to strike from behind the shield. A little bit of a more straight view, so that you can see how far I'm guarded. Now, we're just going to go over some simple blocks and strikes without the shields first, so you can see it. All right, I'll go first. Strike 7. Okay, go ahead. Now, the point of these is not to get all Hollywood and, meet the strike with it or anything like that. It's not about looking cool. It's about surviving. And the best way that you survive in a fight is to outlast your opponent. So when we strike, go ahead and give me another strike. It's just placing it up there. You're barely moving to keep it from here to there. And the point is to keep them moving while you're not. Because eventually they're going to tire out faster than you. So now we're going to pick up the shields and add those into the equation. All right, I'll go first. A little bit simpler with a shield, very minimal movement. Go ahead with me. Now, another part of it is called active shield work. The goal is to catch your enemy's weapon and make it inoperable. So you're going to give me a basic strike to basically try and push here. The goal is turn and push their weapon in on themselves, because then you leave them open to attack here. So go ahead. All right. Okay, now we're just going to exchange 3. I attack him 3 times. He's going to attack me 3 times after that. And the goal is to get it fluid. So when I attack with my 3 strikes, his goal is to counter after the 3rd strike. All right, these are just some basic drills to go through with your group. We're gonna give a little bit of an extra tutorial on some counters for different situations. We will go with some spear attacks. Now, as a spear fighter, my goal is to get around that shield, because realistically, if it holds it in front, I can't really get to any of the target zones, okay? Now my goal is to get around that. Some possible motions are to pop it open here, to also pop it open here, okay? Another option is to start to choke up so that you can drag the shield. All right? Now his goal is to get past the dangerous end. Once he gets past there, I'm at a run for my money. Very rarely in most situations can a normal spear person go up against somebody skilled with a one-handed weapon and win once they get past that point. So you remember the basic? Okay. That is a very simple block. It's just get out of the way of the spearhead and then step in and strike. Now there are ways to counter that. For instance, if I had a knife in this hand while I'm fighting, so we'll go through that and stab it. You bring this down and use it as a blocker, because realistically, for the most part, while he's swinging, he can't get to me. And it requires very little effort for me to be able to block and bring up. Okay? So that's about it for just some basics. We're going to keep training for a few more minutes, just going at 50% speed so that you guys can get used to the style of Viking fighting. I'm going to switch out weapons here real fast, just to show you some differences between some of the weapons. All right, 50%. All right, so that concludes the video. get you guys training. And again, those are just some basics. You can take them or leave them as you want. But as always, let's get this thing going.